Okay, so tell me when you were born.
What?
Tell me when you were born.
I was born September the 12th, 1915, right across the street.
So were you born at home?
Yes, we was across the street over there. They tore it down when they should have saved that house.
Where the
It was one
gazebo
of the
is
nicer
today,
homes. Dad lived there, and when he came down in 1909, I guess it was 10 or something.
And what was your dad doing when he came here?
He worked for J. Arnold Lumber Company. He was, I guess he headed the resale division. He got the last nickels worth of lumber out of the log. He started working for Dowling, J. Arnold's
Father-in-law.
Eva Lee Arnold married J. Arnold. That was her father. He started working for Dowling in Brantford. And then when he opened a mill in Ocala, which is Zuber then, he transferred Dad down there. Then when J. Ray came here and bought out the hedge, bought out his interest, he sent Dad down to work for J. Ray.
Well, most people that are going to see this know you as the athletic trainer and coach to the coaches. So how long did you do that at Groveland, and how did you get asked in the first place?
Well, in 1935, we changed from soccer. Groveland won 3 state championships in soccer. And then Umatilla and Groveland were the last ones playing soccer. And they went to football, so we had to go into football. That meant we had to build a field, and then to play, we had to light it and all of that stuff. And I ended up as treasurer. Now, as luck would have it, REA was being constructed through the area, and Paul Jett had a construction company that was putting up the REA poles. And he let his crew put up those poles for us. But the deal was, we gave them supper at Bob Perry's restaurant, and for a kicker, we gave them 1 bottle of beer, 3.2. Remember that? They got one 3.2 bottle of beer at night.
So you became trainer, and how did Shaw Buck come into the picture?
He came down from, he had a chance to go to Miami, Winter Park, and 2 of the big schools. He met Buster Hancock, and Buster said, "Shaw, this is the best hunting in the state of Florida, and it's the best fishing. And not only that, you already got a helper down at school who's a trainer already. He'll take care of all the details, and we could." That Buster Hancock.
He ended up being the commissioner of agriculture or something like that, didn't he?
No, he was. Ed Finlayson was the father of the agricultural program at the University of Florida. He had 2 stars, Connor and Buster Hancock. He was from Pensacola, and when Buster Hancock ran against Dol Connor for the 2 stars that Ed Finlayson really brought up.
So did you and Shaw Buck, did you all get along well right from the beginning?
Yeah, Shaw Buck moved into the apartment next door. There wasn't but a thin wall between he and Pickles and Cherry and I. So I started with Bob Hall. Bob Hall was the first coach, and I started helping Bob Hall. And just helping him. And when Shaw came along, he asked me, would I help him? And he'd ask me, well, you're going to help me next year, you're going to help me next year. Then after about 5 or 6 years, then he asked me, he says, we got our supplies from Hughes. They played University of Florida, Hughes Sporting Goods. And he said, Time to order supplies for next year.
Well, one of the things that I don't know how you do it, but you seem to be able to recall every game that we ever played, and we have Tommy Leathers here. Do you remember the year? This would have been Tommy's junior
when Tommy got that knee messed up, and they told him to heat it, and I was doing the Elks books that night, that afternoon, when he got that thing hurt, and he got a metastasis there that almost cost him a stiff leg.
Wow.
And it was all because they told him to heat it instead of ice it. And,
well, I was going to ask you if you remember, this would have been Tommy's junior year. I think it would have been the fall of '66, Johnny's senior year, when Groveland beat Claremont, because, you know, we could lose the whole season, but if we beat Claremont, we were in good shape.
Really, that was one, but our real rival was Tavares. They had these homers. Joe and I went to Popka one night scouting a game and came back. We scouted half of it, and Mount Dora came back and scouted the Tavares, a Popka game, and Tavares. Well, that night, Popka ran 4 times for touchdowns, and the timekeeper called 3 of them backfield in motion. He was 40 yards down the field, but that was the kind of officiating that we had. Now, the man that retired Shaw and I in 1970, Floyd Lee, straightened out high school athletics in Florida. He's retired in the same complex. In fact, he's in.
Really?
And we have a lot of fun.
Reminiscing. Well, there's a lot of people here that want to tell you happy birthday, so I won't keep you, but tell me how you plan to spend the rest of the day. How are you going to celebrate your birthday?
Tonight we have another celebration. The group I play golf with is giving me another birthday party tonight. We're going to the Longhorn.
Well, a wild night down in Lakewood. Well, thank you. Happy 94th, and we hope to be interviewing you.
That's 39th again and again.
Oh, okay. Thanks.